is he was told he was taking part in a drill, and that's why we're videotaping it. It's okay, young man. And whatever they put in his pants, he didn't know what it was going to do. We know when 7/7, they'd hired some of the guys to be part of drills. There was a drill of the exact same location, exact same time, exact same place being attacked. That's 20-something Trentagillion. We had an actuary done on it. 1 out of 20-something Trentagillion. I forget the exact numbers. I think 1 out of 23 Trentagillion. That's trillions of times all the grains of sand in all the world. And it's nearing infinity. But I know, Kurt, you like to stick to the facts, being vindicated, but this is stinking to high heaven.
Well, you're right. I can't draw any conclusions from it, but you're right, it does stink. Wouldn't it make more sense for the FBI to have come out and said, look, we're investigating Mr. Haskell's claims, we'll let you know after we've taken a look at them. That's not what they did. They came out and said, basically, I'm a liar, refused to show me the video. To me, they should have showed me the video from the start so I could identify this man and taken the investigation from there. They didn't do that either. Why not? And, there was another article, Alex, I think it was from January 18th in the New York Times, where it's indicated that government officials had wiretaps in Yemen, and they found out that someone named Umar Farouk would be attacking the U.S., and I believe it even named the day on Christmas Day this year. Now, why isn't that coming out more in the public? And if you had this information, why wasn't he stopped? Well, how did he get on our flight? I don't know. Something doesn't make sense here.
Well, Kurt, take care of yourself and your wife. Be safe. Incredible bombshells. We'll get reports up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. There's so many government hoaxes and cover-ups. I'm like somebody in a batting cage with 15, batting machines shooting balls at me, and I don't even know where to swing now. My head is spinning. But we appreciate your courage and your observance of what was happening, the fact that you were so observant. In the last 3 minutes we've got left, anything else you think you should add?
Just one other thing that happened since I was on your show last time. I got an email from a Dutch woman confirming my account of the sharp-dressed man. Now, she couldn't identify him, but she did indicate Abdul Muttalib was in the area that I stated and was escorted to the desk with, by another person, but she couldn't identify him. But she is the only other person to come out and verify my claim of what happened before we got on the plane. And to me, that made me feel vindicated even more that someone else saw what I did, because I didn't think anyone else did to that point. But she's afraid to come out in the public because of the backlash that has happened to me. So I did get an email from her, and I called her back and discussed it with her personally, and she does seem very credible to me.
Well, they stage these backlashes against anybody who is taking action and telling the truth. And you've been vindicated just over and over and over again. But we will get some reports up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com with all these huge new developments that you just dropped on us, because it's always worse than I even know. Amazing. Give us your blog.
Yeah, my blog is my last name, Haskell, Haskell, and then family, all one word, HaskellFamily.blogspot.com, and it's really my wife's blog, but I post on there too, and we're always putting updates on the stories on there continually.
Great. We'll grab some of the info off that and post it in an article we're writing. Have you posted this information there yet?
I believe we have. We're continually putting updates on the page, so I think everything I said in the show today, you can go back on the blog and read.
Kurt Haskell, great job, my friend. God bless you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Anytime, Alex. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. There goes Kurt Haskell. We'll be right back with a brief news blitz, and then Deborah Medina, scheduled to be live on air with us one day ahead of the historic gubernatorial debate.
Thomas Jefferson once said, "When the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty." Our God-given right to life and liberty, and the right to determine what is best for our lives and our family's health, are in jeopardy. If we the people do not diligently assert these rights, they may be taken away and lost forever. Utopia Silver is known for fighting for health freedom, and we will not meekly allow ourselves to be led as lambs to the slaughter, sitting passively by and accepting the chains of slavery that are being placed on America is not an option. Please stand with Utopia Silver in this fight. Utopia Silver carries some of the most effective colloidal silver products on the market and numerous other high-quality health supplements. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA, utopiasilver.com. Or call us today at 1-888-213-4338. 1-888-213-4338.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw of free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power, a gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
AirandAqua.com is your one-stop shop for some of the most affordable air and water purification systems available on the market today. AirandAqua.com knows exactly what doesn't belong in our air and our water, and they know exactly how to help you rid your home or office of these harmful toxins. Did you know that your skin actually absorbs more chlorine while you shower than from the water you drink? AirandAqua.com can help you eliminate dangerous chlorine from your water. AirandAqua.com carries atmospheric water generators, glass water bottles, chlorine-reducing shower filters, air purifiers, water ionizers, filters that remove up to 95% of the fluoride in your water, whole house water purification systems, solar-powered lawn and garden products, water testing kits, and more. Visit AirandAqua.com. That's Air and A-Q-U-A Aqua.com. Or call 1-866-380-2782. That's 1-866-380-2782. AirandAqua.com. Purify your life today.
Man, I just did a 4-minute interview on Dallas radio. This is starting to be an everyday occurrence where I'm like, during the breaks on radio shows. I did Russia Today last night on the Davos Bilderberg group situation going on. You know, they say no rest for the wicked, but I don't feel very wicked. I feel like a pretty good guy. And I'm like, there's no rest because I morally have to take almost every opportunity I've got to expose these people. On the news front, we do have Deborah Medina coming up, and I know she's very busy, so let's try to call her about 28 after. I want to try to get on her on as early as possible when we come back, because I want to talk to her during the break so I can find out exactly what she thinks is most important for me to bring up. And I do have with our new Twitter account, now we have the InfoWars newsfeed Twitter, InfoWars Stories. We have the Prison Planet. That's the name of the Twitter. You know, Twitter, www.twitter.com .com/InfoWars Stories /Prison Planet. We've got those two. Now we have the Twitter /Real Alex Jones that, 500 people have signed up in 45 minutes? That's pretty neat. But we are making an attempt to actually use this, and for me to use it at night, and for me to, really get involved with it, and really, because I'm beginning to realize the power of it. That's why the CIA, the evidence shows, and the State Department admits they fund it and they give Twitter special treatment, because the government wants to use this like in Iran, because they can coordinate and get flash mobs going and do what they want. But so we need to invade Twitter, which we've already done, obviously, with all the other fan accounts. But we need to invade Twitter, because if we really use it for what it's meant to do, but back against the New World Order, I can